recording. So guys, I hope everybody created your AWS accounts and EC2 instances, right? So anybody still have the problem? I hope no, right? Are you able to see my screen, guys?
I have a question. Hello.
Yes, tell me.
This is Shravan actually. When I want to start my AWS instance, like in Putty, so
Uh-huh.
every time I need to start my Putty, I need to enter my IP address and SSH auth every time.
Yes, you're right. Compulsory. Every time whenever you want to log in, because that is not in your laptop, right? So in real time, we would have so many servers like that. So to
Yeah,
which server you want to log in, that IP address and key you should find out and log in. That is compulsory.
gotcha.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. And I hope guys you are able to see my screen, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Yeah. So guys, it's a continuation for last class. As I told, different folders available in your Linux box, any distribution. These are the commonly maybe like known folders, guys, available folders in your Linux box. So there are so many folders. So like I'm going to explain some of the folders. Yeah. So what is slash folder? So guys, slash is called as base folder, guys, maybe base directory. Okay, so here only you can see all your entire system folders. So different folders available here, guys. Example, root folder. Okay, so home, boot. These are folder names, guys. etc, tmp, lib, bin, sbin, usr, var. Okay, so these are the folder names. Each folder is for different purpose. So we should follow the purpose, guys. It's not something like you have something to create, like anywhere I can create. It's not like that. You should follow the purpose. Which process, what is the purpose you are creating your folder? Example, some settings. So there is a folder for that. Example, some log, system log, or events like what is happening in your system. You want to know that. So your system got rebooted. You want to know that. There is already some like set of files and folders available, guys. So we should remember them. So that's how like I'm going to start the folder structure now, guys. So as I told, slash is the base folder. So maybe like very like a starting folder. Under that only you can see all your files and folders, guys. So next thing is slash root. What does that mean, slash root, guys? Folder which is under slash. It's clearly like we are saying that under slash root is one folder name, guys. Okay, so what is this folder? So generally every maybe leave it about Linux box first of all. Let's talk about personal life, guys. So generally what does that mean, like I'm at my home? What I can do at my home, guys? What is the purpose of home? Hello guys, can you please respond someone? What is the purpose of home? Why do we need home? General question, guys. I'm
For
asking not in terms of Linux, in terms of normal personal life I'm asking. Why do we need home? What I can do at home,
yeah, for living.
right? So I can do anything in my home. It's my personal purpose. I can live, I can stay, I can sleep. So with my family will be there, my personal belongings will be there in my home. Can I do anything in maybe my neighbor's home without his permission? No, right? I cannot enter to his home. Now, in the same way, he cannot enter into my home. Same concept, guys. In Linux also, of course, in Windows also we have this concept. Every user, so you may have different users in Linux box. Amar user will be there, Pradeep user, maybe if at all your project based on that will create a users, guys, later point of time. Every user will have one personal directory. Apart from this common directories, guys, remaining are common. Anybody like can see the folders and contents of those folders, but there is one set of personal directory also, guys. Every user has its own personal directory. Here also root, this is root personal directory, guys. Maybe we can call it as in general home directory, personal directory. So guys, so if at all root related settings or root any authentication, something credentials you want to store for root user, something like any personal data of that root user available in this folder, only root can open this folder, guys. Normal user, when root logged into system, then only he can open this folder. Here root can save the personal data for that particular user. Okay, in the same way, normal user also has the like data, guys, personal directories, but it's not under slash. The root directory available under slash only directly, slash root folder. So that is a, but in terms of maybe like for normal users, personal directory, okay, available here. Example, guys, slash home slash ec2-user. In the same way, slash home slash Amar. The same way, slash home slash Pradeep. Like how many users you have, guys? That many folders you can see under this folder, under this slash home, guys. Okay, how many users you have? That many folders available with the same name, guys. Example, Amar folder is for Amar user. Pradeep folder is Pradeep user. ec2-user folder is for ec2-user. Folder name also will be same, guys. Every user has its own folder with the same name under this slash home. Those are for again those that user personal directories, guys. Those user personal directories. They can do anything in their home, personal purpose. They can store their settings. Again, there's personal files, if at all, anything. Remember this, guys. Only root and normal user. Example, Amar home directory. Only Amar and root can access it. No other user. Pradeep, ec2-user. So they cannot access that folder. They cannot open that folder, guys. If they try to open the folder, they will get permission denied problem. It will throw an error, guys. If at all normal user try to access any other user home directory, okay, so they will get permission denied. I will show practically now. Can you please can someone, guys, please share the screen? Who would like to take care today? Hello, guys, can someone please volunteer? I need EC2 instance. Hello? Hello, guys. Can someone please respond?
Yes, Professor, sorry, yes, sir, I'm attending in mobile. I can't share my screen.
Okay. But so my personal request is please join from laptop only always.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
So don't join from mobile until unless you are outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can give you the access. Like, how should I give you the access?
Is it Shravan?
Yes, I'm Shravan. Yeah.
Yes, Shravan. So I will give the access to you. Just a minute. Please share your screen.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. So show me your putty session. Have you logged into your putty session? So guys, every day my
Okay.
personal request is,
I can't see you actually.
yeah, I can see your screen now. Can you please open your putty session?
Just, I don't know which screen you are showing. I have two screens in front of me.
It's something browser, prepaid credit cards. That
Okay.
thing.
I need to use the second one. Okay. How could I?
Maybe have you joined 2 times or what? I don't know. Maybe
No,
you
I
have
have
to.
two. I have
You
two
have to see entire
screens.
screen. Entire screen. Maybe so. Let me give one more time. So that time, please select the second screen. I don't know how to
Okay.
give that.
Okay.
Let me give it back.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
try one more time. Try one more time.
Okay. Can you see the other screen now? Like it's a.
No, still this go to training screen only I can see. Maybe I think you can drag it. You can
It's okay.
drag
No
that
problem.
putty session here.
Yeah, no problem. I can open it. Put it.
Okay, yeah, putty. Login here. So guys, every day
Yes.
before the class, please make sure that you log in to your putty session. So directly we can jump on. Show me your AWS console. EC2.
Okay. I stopped this instance. Do you want me to start it?
Yes, start it. So guys, and always please follow my WhatsApp group for any updates. So what happened? Okay, it's coming up.
It's still pending. It's going on.
Yeah, sure.
I just refreshed my screens.
Yeah, no problem. And make sure that you join this before the class itself, because again it's time waste process, right? So I'm asking everybody, not only you. Okay, so guys, everybody who is joining my class, please make sure that you are ready with your EC2 instance. In that way, we can make it, at least we can save 5 minutes. And everybody please join from laptop only. Don't join from mobile. SSH, authentication, and your key. Yeah. So every time you have to do this. Every time whenever you want to log into your server, you should do this. Open. Now open.
Can you see my screen?
Now again that putty session, no. Till now it was there, but now yeah, now I can see. Yeah.
Got it.
So EC2-user. The default username is EC2-user. EC2-user.
So it's good now?
Yes, EC2-user. So guys, that user comes with your AWS by default. When you start a Linux box, when you install Linux, by default this user is there. This user and root user. So what is the difference between normal user and root user, guys? What is the difference between normal user and root user? As I told last class, what is the difference?
Yes, sir. So root user can install the application.
Exactly. Your root user can install the applications, can uninstall the applications, can create new users. He is the admin, guys. One user will be there. Root is the user name. Remaining all users, Amar, Pradeep, it doesn't matter which team you are from. Whatever the users you create in this Linux box, all are normal users only, except root user. So, but again, normal user can get the root authorization. There are multiple ways to get the root authorization because compulsory. So DevOps team or system team, system admin should have the root access, guys. Then only he can perform anything here in this Linux box, like installations, configurations, everything he can do if at all he has the root authorization. Okay, now as I told just now, you logged in with EC2-user. Can you show me PWD? PWD, present working directory. PWD stands for present working directory. Which directory it is, guys? As I told, which directory it is? Home directory, guys. See, you're in home directory for that particular user. By default, when a user logged in, guys, you will be in your home directory only. Every user has its own home directory. Personal directory, guys. Home directory is nothing but personal directory. See, I'm in my personal directory now. If you log in with Amar user, you will be in /home/Amar. If you log in with root user, you will be in /root user, guys, / user folder. By default, /root. Well, of course, you can switch to other folders also, guys. Only personal directory is personal purpose. So apart from that, common folders also there. Same Windows also we have this concept, guys. In Windows also, if you go to C drive, user folders are there, users folder. Under that, you can see all the users, same concept. If you go to /home, can you go to /home folder, cd/home? You can see all your like cd space /home. cd space your directory. /home is my directory name. 7. cd space /home. Home. Enter. Now you are under /home folder, guys. Do ls. You can see all the folders. See, EC2-user folder is there. Now cd/ always you have to give space after the commands. cd space your folder name. Enter. Enter. So do pwd now. You are inside a / folder now. What is / folder? As I told, it is a base folder, guys. There only you can see all your files and folders. Now I want to see the content of this folder. What should I do, guys? ls command. See, here only you can see boot, etc, the folders I showed. Can you try to do cd/root? You cannot. cd space /root. You cannot, guys. It will throw an error. Permission denied error. Enter. No, not like that. cd space /root. It's a single folder. Under / you are saying cd/root. I'm saying cd/root.
Hello,
Now,
sir. I just came newly to this class. I think I have missed a lot of classes previously, I think. I don't know how to open AWS account and putty.
yeah, actually today is a 4th class. I mean,
Oh,
Linux is 2nd class.
and I know knowledge on Linux. I have knowledge on Linux, like current directory, working directory, everything. But
Mhm.
I don't know AWS and putty kind of thing. I think I need to log in into the AWS account,
Yes.
and putty I don't know. What should
Okay,
I
no problem.
do?
Do one thing. I'll give that so AWS creation and EC2 instance creation
Yeah,
steps. Okay. So maybe
thank,
ping me after the class.
yeah, thank you, sir.
Yeah. So Shravan, it's /root without space. CD space /root. Slash without immediately root. Don't give any space. There itself root. ROOT. Yes. You're in folder. See guys, you're trying to go to that /root folder. It's saying permission denied. You cannot guys because it's root home directory. Okay. So let's switch to root guys. As I told, normal user can get the root authorization. Clear the screen. Control L or clear command, both works. Yeah. So I'm switching to root user guys now. See, I'm completely switching to root user now. Sudo space -i. Why? Because guys, to do any admin task, compulsory you should be a root user. Then only everybody cannot run this command, guys. Everybody cannot run this sudo -i command. You'll get permission denied. Like maybe you are not authorized, something like that. That error message. Example, you have Amar user. By default, Amar user cannot run this command. That sudo -i command. That command is only for authorized persons. We'll give that authorization only for admins. Example, like DevOps admin. DevOps whole team will get the root access. Compulsory we will get the root access, guys. How to provide that root access we'll see in later classes. But as of now, remember that. So there is clear difference between normal user and super user, that root user. Okay, only admins will get the root access. So once you get the root access, you can run this command, sudo -i command. Now see, you are a root user. Can you do pwd? And who am I also? Enter. See guys, you're in /root because I logged in with root user now. You're in a root home directory, guys. Root home directory is /root. You have to remember these things, guys. You need more practice. Without Linux, no DevOps, guys. You have to understand this concept. Okay. Next thing is cd/. Remaining are common, guys. Except to home directories, remaining all directories are common. Okay, remember this. See, I'm in / folder. Do ls now. Only home directory is separate, guys. Only that particular user can do like anything in their home directory. You have to remember the path. Okay, see, I'm in / folder now. I can do whatever, maybe like, so now I'm a root user. I have full rights on top of my Linux box now. I can install applications. So we'll see later how to install and all. So as of now, okay, one more folder, cd/etc. cd space /etc. Okay, guys, generally in Windows, when you install anything, example, I want to do some setting for our application. What is your approach? In Windows, I want to do some settings. You install Skype application. You want to do some setting in Skype, some audio settings, some video settings you want to do, font setting you want to do. What you will do? Guys, example, just now putty. Maybe while logging in, you did some setting, font setting you did. What you did?
Installing a
Guys,
driver.
I'm sorry?
Installing a driver.
No, my question is, you installed any application. Already you installed. Now you want to do some setting for that application. What is your approach? That is what my question. So why driver comes into picture here? So I'm asking putty application. Okay, you installed putty already. You want to do some font setting. What you did? You want to do some font setting, then maybe color settings for your putty. Simple. Generally in Windows, we do right clicks, guys. Right click and somewhere we'll find out the settings button. There itself you'll do the settings. Yes or no? For any application, how do you do the settings? just right clicks. Somewhere you can find out the settings button. But here you should go to etc folder, guys. Under etc folder, you can see all your settings, application settings. Do ls now. You're under etc folder now, guys. See, based on your setting, based on your application, you should open that file and you should modify the stuff, guys. Under etc, all setting files will be available. So can you please open your notepad and write down these things? So guys, I know definitely Linux is not a easy thing. Okay, you might be like confused with these topics. You need more practice, guys. Compulsory. Linux is very like again tough. You should practice more. Write down slash is a base directory. Slash is the base directory. So it is the base directory. That means, guys, main directory. So there only you can see your all folders and files. Yeah, next slash root. So which directory is for which purpose, you should know that, guys. Yeah, next slide. Slash root without space. You are giving, yeah. It is a root home directory. Slash root is the root home directory. Next slide. Slash home. Slash home. So under this slash home folder, you can see all your normal user folders. Under slash home folder, you can see all normal user folders. Example, Amar folder will be there. EC2-user folder. Maybe maximize the nodes. That's better. 7. Maximize the nodes. Under the slash home folder, you can see all normal user folders. So guys, if you see in Windows users, do you know that under C drive user folder is the same concept, guys. Under slash home, you can see the same folders, like how many users you have available in your Linux box, that many folders will be there under slash home. Remember this. Okay, now slash etc. Slash etc. So if you need any system settings or application settings, generally in Windows, example, I want to do some like screen setting in Windows, or else some like any application setting. So every application has its own settings button, guys. Right. In the same way, if it is Linux, you should go to etc folder. If anybody asks you about the setting, you should go to this folder and find out the respective file. Okay. So if you need any setting or application setting, you should go to this folder. You should find out the proper file, guys. Again, there are different files available there under etc. So which application, that application related file you should find out. Next, slash boot. Bootable file, same guys, in Windows program files available, right? Same concept. Bootable files. Bootable files means maybe to boot up your system. That Linux box you like booted right now, you logged in, everything, the responsible files available here only, guys. Program files in Windows. Bootable files. Okay, now go to your putty session and show me that slash boot. CD slash boot. CD, guys, generally in Windows, double click to go to any folder. Here CD is the command. Enter. do ls. To check which folder you are in currently, you can do pwd. So guys, you are in /boot folder. Now you can see all your kernel files, that bootable files, guys. Same, similar to program files in Windows. Now clear the screen. So guys, why we are discussing these folder names and purpose? Because you should know that later point of time you want to do, if you want to do anything, example user setting I want to do, we'll go to that user home directory. System setting you are doing, /etc you should go to. Okay, so based on your purpose, you should use the folders, guys. There are more number of around 20-30 folders are there. You should know that. But slowly, like one by one, you will come to know that. Don't worry. So as of now, these are the important. Now one more folder, /tmp. It is a temporary folder. You can use it for temporary purpose. What is temporary means? Why I'm saying temporary, guys? Because if you create any files under this TMP, automatically files will be deleted after 30 days. Write down. It is a temporary directory. It is a temporary directory. We should not keep important files here. Write down 7. It is a temporary directory. Temporary directory. We should not keep important files like your application files or anything. You should not keep here. We should not should. We should not keep important files here at any cost. Important files. We should not keep important files here.
We should not keep important files.
Important. Why? Because guys, automatically after 30 days, there is a program, guys. Every day it runs and it will delete the older files, 30 days older files. More than 30 days older files. Yeah. So generally your system uses that folder, guys. /tmp used by your system. Okay. So it stores the cache memory here. Maybe what is cache, guys? Cookies. Maybe in Windows, you can see like browser history or maybe some username, passwords. So where it will be stored, guys? In temporary. In Windows also this folder is there, guys. In Windows also temporary folder is there. Same concept here also, guys. Windows, Linux both works in the same manner. Only the thing is here everything is command line. We are using via commands, but their graphical screen. Only that is the difference, guys. Remaining all are same only. Okay, so these are the folder structure, guys. There are so many other folders, but slowly later, whenever the based on the use case, you will come to know that, guys. Now cd/tmp. cd/tmp. As I told, it is this folder is system folder, guys. Only like your system will use this folder. Do ls. I should not keep important files here, guys, at any cost, because after the 30 days, the files will be deleted. Okay, so remember this, guys. Now clear the screen. Okay, so next thing is, guys, how to create files and folders in Linux box. So guys, how do we create files in Linux box? Sorry, Windows box? You can use Control+ directly. Hello guys, how can we create maybe file in Windows? If I ask you to create file under D drive, what is your approach?
Again, depend on the application we are using, which file we need to create.
Now, normal text file I'm asking. How do you create a text file? in Windows? So guys, general question.
We just right click the and just like how I open the notepad, we can open the new text file like that.
Right? So maybe right click and new file, right click and new folder. Here also, like guys, in Linux also we can create files and folders, but via commands, because right clicks won't work out here. I mean, nothing, the double click, right click. So it won't take it as an option. Go back to your Putty session now. Let me show you how to create a folder. If someone asks you how to create it, so as of now I'm creating under TMP, but in real time respective, maybe in which folder you need, that folder you will select, guys. You'll go there and then you will create. Currently you're in TMP folder, right? Let's go ahead. mkdir space your folder name, which folder you want to create. Maybe anything, any name you can give. As of now, test folder, example purpose. Here I'm just showing how to create, guys. Later point of time, you can decide which folder you have to create and all. Okay, yeah. So you created a folder. How can I see that folder now again? See, enter, do ls. See, test folder is there. How can I open that folder now? CD test. You already in the same folder, right? So where that folder is there. So I can directly, I no need to give full path, guys. Full path also I can give, like cd/tmp/test. No, not like that. Not like that. /tmp/test. No, again, not like that. /tmp/test. This also works, guys. See, both are same. Okay, so this is how I can go. Now, how to create a file, guys? Example, I want to create a file now. There are multiple ways, guys. In Windows also, we do have multiple ways to create a file. So example, Notepad is there, WordPad is there, Microsoft Word is there, Notepad++ is there. Based on your requirement, you will use. Here also same concept, guys. We do have different ways to create a file. First command is touch command. Now, where are you? Which directory you are in now? How can I check that? Guys, which directory you are in now? PWD, exactly. You are in /tmp/test folder now. So whatever the files you create now, it will be there. Yeah, go ahead now. Touch command. Touch space your file name. Which file you want to create? Example, file 1. Enter. As I told, I'm showing sample files, guys. Now, how can I check that that file gets created or not? Do ls? No, it's not a cd. Only for directories, cd is the command, guys. For files, cd won't work out. Just run one time, cd file 1. It won't work out. It won't take. cd space file 1. Enter. It will throw an error. See, guys, it's clearly saying it's not a directory. You cannot use cd for files, guys. So there is one more command to open the file. So cat command. Yeah. So write down first touch command. Touch your file name. No. Go to your notepad. Write down in notepad. Give some space na. After that, this is different topic, right? First write down mkdir. Mkdir, your folder name. Guys, whenever you want to create a folder, this is the command. Go to that particular folder and run this command. Okay, example, I want to create under TMP. Go there, first cd/tmp, then run this command. You want to create a folder under some other /root folder. Go there first. Thereafter, this command. Yes. Directory name. Which directory you want to create? That directory name. So write down. This command will create a new folder called whatever the folder name you give it, that folder it will create. This command will create a new folder. This command will create new folder. New folder. Okay. So next thing. Next command. Touch command. Touch space your file name. Your file name. This command will create an empty file. So guys, touch command, you cannot do anything. Only empty files it will create. And why do we need a empty file? Maybe sometimes only file I required first of all. Data I want to make it later. In such a case, empty file. Example, touch space file1. It will create file1 file, guys. If already file exists, go ahead and run it one more time. Cat touch command, touch file1, nothing will happen. Touch space file1. Run it one more time. Already file1 is there, guys. Now I'm touching it. Nothing will happen. It won't any it won't corrupt the data, guys. Already example file1 has some data. Nothing will happen with touch command. Only timestamp will be updated. Nothing will happen, guys. See, no error. Even though file exists, it won't do anything. Now clear the screen. So next command is cat command, guys. As I told, multiple ways we have to create a file. So next command is cat command. Cat go to your putty session. So one more command, guys. Cat greater than space. Cat space. So always remember after the command you should give the space. Yeah, your file name. Which file I want to create, that file name. Cat greater than file name. Let's go with file2. Okay, I want to create file2. Enter. Now go ahead and add the data. You can add your data. Hi, how are you? Something. Test data, anything. Press enter. Control D to save the file. Control D to save the file, guys. See, now do ls. This is one more way, guys. This is one more way to create a file. So by default, all are text files only, guys. Now, how can I open? Again, cat command. With cat command, you can open also. No greater than. Yeah, directly file1, file2. Whatever you need. See, you open file2 now. Write down these commands. Cat greater than file name. Cat space greater than. So guys, here Linux is very, very important. That's the reason I'm showing very slowly. Okay, so please make sure that you understood. And if you don't understand also, let me know that. So I will repeat the things. Yeah, here we create a new file. Next, cat space file name to open the file. Already created files will be there, right? To open the files, again cat command you can use, guys. If you give without greater than means you can see the data. This command will show you the content of that file. This command show you the content of your file. Shows you content. Maybe what is there in that file. Content. Okay. Content of the file. Can you run this command cat greater than command one more time? Let's see if already existing file, if you run, what will happen? Cat greater than your file 2 again. Let's see what will happen. Greater than file 2. If enter. Now add any data, some different data, anything. Hello, how are you? Where are you? Hi, where are you? Something like that. No, how are you? Already you written, right? Write different way, different thing. Example data, guys. So don't feel what is file 2, why I'm creating it. Just I'm showing you. Control D to save the file. Now open the file again one more time. Let's see what happened. Cat file 2. Enter. So what happened, guys? Cat greater than command. What it did? Guys, cat greater than command. What it did?
It opened a existing folder and returned the data.
But observe, so already I have data there in file 2.
It override the data.
Override
That is exactly, that is a very danger command, guys. It even did not warn you. Very, very danger command. By mistakenly, if you run this command on existing file, your whole data gone. Be careful, guys. Note down the same point. Open your notepad. Write down under the same point. Cat greater than file, comma. Not here. Next, above command. No. ఆల్రెడీ కమాండ్ ఉంది కదా, సో అక్కడనే రాసేయండి, అదే లైన్ లో రాయండి. మళ్ళీ సెపరేట్ లైన్ ఎందుకు? కామా. ఇఫ్ ఫైల్ ఆల్రెడీ ఎగ్జిస్ట్, it will overwrite the data, guys. So cat greater than generally to create a file, but if already file exists, it will overwrite the data of that file. Be careful, guys. It will overwrite the data. Very, very danger command, guys. It won't warn you already file exists, data with data available, there was something, it won't warn you. Actually it should have done do that, but I don't know why they haven't developed like that. Okay, very danger command. Now go ahead. This is about cat command, guys. Okay, next one more command also there to create a file. So how we use in different commands in like Windows, guys? Notepad, Notepad++, Microsoft Word, Windows WordPad, right? Different ways are there. Here also one more command is there, VA command. Go ahead. Go to your command. VA space your file name. Which file
Sorry,
you want to create?
I can't hear you. V8.
VI.
Okay, variable.
Space your file name. So what VI will do, guys, it will open the file or it will create a new file. If example file 3 not there, see, it's a new file now. You created a new file now.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so but how to what I can say, how to write the data? You cannot write the data directly, guys. Here there are some modes. Write down. Go to your putty session, sorry, notepad. Write down here VA space your file name. Your file name. Write down. This command will create a new file or open the existing file. If file already exists, it will open the file. If file not there, this command will create a new file.
This command will create a new file, and
if file already exists, it will open the file. Yeah, if file already exists, it will open the file. Now write down. It has 3 modes. VI editor has 3 modes. VI editor has 3 modes. Write down one by one. First mode is escape mode. Write down in next line by line. Escape mode. First mode is escape mode. So guys, to manage the data by using VI editor, you have to use these modes. First VI mode. Escape mode. Second mode. Second mode is insert mode. Third mode is command mode. So 3 modes available, guys. Okay. So to manage the data, compulsory you have to use one of the mode. So first, let's go with insert mode. Insert mode, that is insert mode. Second mode is insert mode. As name states that to insert the data, okay, you should be in insert mode, guys. Okay, so as name states that to insert the data, you should go to insert mode. We have 6 options to enter into insert mode, guys. You should go to insert mode. So 6 options we have. Small I, capital I. There itself in insert mode only. In insert mode, we have 6 options. To enter into insert mode, one of the option you have to use, guys. Small I, capital I, small a, capital A, small o, capital O. So 6 options. You can use one of the option, guys. Any one of the option to enter into insert mode. If you are in insert mode, then only you can add the data, guys. Kind of edit mode, guys. Insert mode is nothing but edit mode. If you are in edit mode, then only you can add the data. Otherwise, you cannot. Go to your putty session. Can you try some other command? Except these 6 options, maybe can you try to type any number? Guys, any other number? 1, 2, 3.
No, I cannot. Yeah.
You cannot, guys. By default, VI editor is a editor mode. I mean, will be in read only mode. You cannot edit the data. You should go to insert mode. Can you please type small I? See, guys, now you are in insert mode. Now you can do anything here. See, bottom line, it is showing clearly. You are in insert mode now. You can add the data now. When you are in insert mode, then only you can add the data, guys. Can you please add 5 to 6 lines just like that randomly? Yeah, give spaces. Maybe. Yeah. Enough. Something happened. Something you pressed. Okay, no problem. Yeah, no problem. Sample data only, right? Now press escape. See, guys, if you are in insert mode, then only you can insert the data. Now I'm in escape mode. Now I'm in escape mode now, guys. Default mode is escape mode only, guys.
How could I know that I'm in the escape mode?
Nothing is there, bottom line. That means you are in escape mode.
Okay.
If something insert is there, means you are in insert mode.
Gotcha.
Yes or no? Can you press small I again? See, now you are in insert mode. To add the data, to edit the data, to modify the file, you need that insert mode option, guys.
So how could I clear this?
Escape key again. So I'll give some shortcuts. Now press escape. So guys, what is escape mode again? So did you understand insert mode first of all?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, now what is escape mode? So again guys, in escape mode also we have shortcuts. Just a minute guys. Yeah, so write down. So guys, in escape mode also we have some shortcuts. Okay, so go by first, go to your putty session. After that you come here. Example, you are somewhere in the file, guys, some last line. I want to go to first line. GG is the command, guys, shortcut. GG. See guys,
Okay.
I'm in first line now. Again, I want to go to last line, capital G, guys. See, I'm in last line now. So shortcuts, GG and capital G. Go ahead. Write down GG, comma, capital G. In escape mode, guys. GG means it will take you to first line. When you are in escape mode, GG will take you to first line. Capital G. No need to write, guys. Already I have the notes. I will provide it later.
Okay.
Okay. So capital G. GG, comma, capital G. GG means first line. Capital G, comma, capital G means last line, guys. Example, I want to go to somewhere fifth line. Again, shortcut is there, guys. Go back to putty session. I want to go to second line or third line, fifth line, 10th line. Shortcut is there, guys. Example, fifth line I want to go to 5GG, guys. 5GG will take you to fifth line. Can you press 5GG? No, 5GG.
Yeah.
No, that is not fifth line, right?
I'm not sure. I want to clear the screen actually. I think so. I'm not sure.
Actually, you cannot clear something. Actually, vEditor has so many options. Somehow you press some key. That's where you got all
I
this
did
line.
like what I did like on numerical case. I pressed like randomly and it goes to the enter and delete always like this, right?
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Something, some option you use. That's where you got all these options. Okay.
Okay.
Now, can you do 5GG one more time? Try one more time. 5GG.
Number 5, GG. It's
Yeah,
going
now
up.
it's
Yeah.
working. See, fifth line you are in. Example,
So-
10th line I want to go to. What should I press?
I have a question. Like now I am in the bottom level. Like I'm going upwards. So if I want to come from the top level to bottom level, like how you understand my point? What I'm saying?
That's what it's based on your requirement. Example, last line, capital G you have to use.
Yeah. I am
Use
capital
G.
Capital G. I am the last line. So I
Yes.
want to go GG. I'm in the first line. So now here I want to use like in the mid, like a fifth line from here. So 5GG, right?
Yeah. Anywhere, doesn't matter. You're in first line, you're in last line. 5GG will take you to the fifth line.
Okay, I want to go 7GG.
Yes. 10GG, 10th line. 12th GG, 12GG, 12th line. 1000GG, 1000 line. So it's
Got it.
based on your requirement, guys. If you know the particular number, you can go like that. Okay, shortcuts.
Yeah, gotcha. And
Yeah. Now, example, I want to delete a line, guys. Some example, fifth line I want to delete. Go to fifth line. I want to delete this line. DD is the command, guys. DD. See, again DD. In
so
which
it's
line
got,
your cursor is there, that line will be deleted.
so it is permanently gone. I cannot do undo.
Undo also you can do.
Like
U
how?
for undo.
Gotcha. Got it.
Yeah. So all are shortcuts, guys. Same in general WordPad, there also you have shortcuts, right? Same concept here also. Write down the options. When you are in escape mode, all these options works, guys. Small gg, capital G, number gg, something 2 gg's, 4 gg, 5 gg, something like that. dd means delete a line. Delete a line. With 4 gg, 5 gg, U for undo. So guys, everybody should know these commands at any cost. Next, 4 gg, 5 gg, fifth line you will go, guys. To go to fifth line, 10 gg means 10th line. Just number prefix, guys. Okay, there are so many other options, guys. Based on our requirement, we have to use it. So as of now, these are enough. Now assume that you are done. Your changes, you did your changes. I want to come out of that file. Go back, you want to save your file. Then command mode. Go to putty session.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yes.
I have, after deleting, I have done undo, and if I want to go back again, like redo, we do like Control Y and Control Z, right? Like.
Yes, I got it. I think here maybe try capital R. Capital R. What?
Replace. It shows
I think
replace.
capital R is okay. So maybe capital R is replace. Maybe I'm unable to recall right away. So that's what, again, based on requirement, we have, guys, again, like we can find it out in Google itself. These are the minimum things we should know that, but later, based on our requirement, we should get the options. In escape mode only, some options should be there. Like it's every day we don't use it, right? So whenever we need it, so you may have different requirements. Example, search. I want to search a word. Different option is there for that. Like that. Okay, so we have to maybe right away, like we cannot recall all those stuff. So based on our requirement, we will get the. Okay, so maybe I'm on like right away, I don't have handy that option. Now press escape. So example, I want to come out of this file, guys. My file, I'm ready. Okay, so I saved, I did all my changes. I want to save this file. Simple. Shift colon.
Okay.
Shift colon. WQ. W is to save. Q is for quit, guys. Save and quit. WQ stands for save and quit. Enter. See, guys, I'm out of the file now. Again, I want to open the file. Same. I can use cat command or VA command. Both the commands you can use. Try that. Cat file 2, file 3. Cat space file 3. I can use cat command, or else I can use VA command also. Something, so which key you pressed, I don't know. Now clear the screen. VA also I can use. Files I can open with VA as well as cat also, guys. VA space your file name. Write down. VA space your file name. Your wish, guys, based on your requirement. Only to see cat also fine. But to modify the things and all, you need a VA editor. I think you opened file 2. Okay.
Yes.
Good. Now write down that command mode also. Shift colon WQ. So this is VA editor, guys. Based on your requirement, you have to use the option. Yeah, shift colon will take you to command mode. There WQ means save and quit. W means write. Q means quit. Q means quit.
Shift colon will take you to
command mode. So guys, just one important note. You should not type escape mode options or maybe shift command mode options in insert mode. Example, I'm in insert mode. If you try shift colon, what will happen? It will take it as a data. Don't do in insert mode. Always come out of the insert mode, then run this shift commands. I mean, command mode or escape mode options, guys. Remember that. Always come out of from escape mode, then only run this command, shift colon. If you type in insert mode, it will take it as a data. Remember this, guys. Not only command mode, even escape mode also. First come out of the escape like insert mode. So go to your putty session. I'll show you one thing. Here, insert mode. Insert mode. Yeah. Can you type? Can you use any of the escape mode option? It won't take. It will take it as a data, guys. Use GG. No. First insert mode. Now use GG. See, guys. It is taking as a data because you are in insert mode now. It won't take it as an option. Use shift colon.
Yeah.
Again, that also it will take it as data only. Shift colon.
Yeah.
See, guys, it is taking as a data. If you are in insert mode, it will take it as a data, guys. It won't take it as an option. No other options will work, guys, in insert mode. You should come out of first. Escape key to come out of this. Yeah. Now your options will work. Remember this, guys. Okay. Remember these things. In insert mode, your options won't work out once you are in insert mode. You should come out of the insert mode. Then only your options will work. So are you clear about VA editor, guys? Did you understand what is VA now? Generally, we use VA editor only to do any settings, any modifications, and all to a file. TouchCat has very limited options, guys. Only VA editor has more options. Okay, we'll go with VA editor only always, not with cat. And of course, like to open the file, to create empty file and all, you will go with those commands. But to modify the file, compulsory we'll go with VA editor only. Okay, so this is how it works, guys. We can create files, folders whenever you need it. And make sure that, guys, practice more. This is very, very important. Okay, so like without Linux, you cannot understand DevOps. So please let me know if you have any questions also. So, but as of now, I have to leave, guys. Meanwhile, if like someone asked, maybe, right? So can you please type my number 7 here, 720. Open your notepad. So guys, who joined newly today, so please ping me in this WhatsApp number 720-456-9870. India number, guys. Okay, this is my WhatsApp number. Please ping in this WhatsApp number, everybody. Take a snapshot. 720-456-9870. Please ping me in this WhatsApp number. And one more thing, guys, please complete your enrollment ASAP. Okay, so whoever joining like already completed previous classes, please enroll yourself so to continue. So make sure that please ping me once you can again enroll also, I mean pay the fee, so that I will provide my Google Drive access also, guys, to you. Okay, so there you can find out all my notes, all my documents, everything. This day-to-day Linux class also already there in my Google Drive. I will provide the access to you, everybody.
Okay, I have a question right now.
Yes.
Anyhow, everyone can see this one. Like, so just give me a second. I got an email saying that to log into.
That's fine. Shravan, you are from my side, right? You no need to do anything. I already informed them.
No, like just one question. That one question.
Yes.
This one you sent me everyone, I think so. I'm not sure.
Yes, it's a default mail. When you logged in,
Yeah.
this is the default mail.
See here, like materials, videos, access, check Durga soft.
No,
Like
leave it about that. I will provide.
okay.
Okay.
This is
so
not
leave
the
it.
actual link, right?
Yes. I will provide my Google Drive link.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't
I
worry.
don't understand here like what it is. Like I'm not sure.
Yeah.
That's
So
why.
leave it. I'll give you my Google Drive and my drive's details. Don't worry about that. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay then, guys. Thank you very much. Yeah. Bye, guys. We'll meet again tomorrow, same time.
Bye bye. Have a good night.
Yeah.
Sorry. Good morning.